Good day, everyone. My name is Michael Steven C. Camarillo, and I'm gonna introduce to you microelectronics. First of all, what is microelectronics? Microelectronics is a field in electronics that utilizes tiny or micro components to manufacture electronics. As demand for small and less expensive devices grows, the field continues to expand. The main area of focus generally research and reliability and next is I'm gonna introduce to you the microelectronics engineering. Microelectronics engineering is the premier nanoprocessing and nanotechnology journal focusing on fabrication of electronics, photonic, bioelectronics, electromechanic, and fluidic devices and systems and their application in the visual system. The eye receives the physical stimuli in the form of light and send those stimuli as electrical signals and to the brain, which interprets the signal as images. Now, I'm gonna talk about the history of microelectronics. In early days of electronics, that is before 1950s, basic electronic device was electron tube, which is commonly known as vacuum tube, which has begun life years earlier as modified light bulb and stayed about that size. Electron tubes made early electronics such as radio, but it has serious limitations. During World War II, things began to change. Engineers undertook a bold experiment to try pack and car radar set into an artillery shell. They called their new device as proximity fuse because it could destroy by being near a target than requiring a direct hit. Russell Ohl of Bell Telephone Laboratories, Ohl and his fellow researchers discovered that putting two slightly different types of semiconductor solid, germanium together, produced a device that acted like an electron tube diode. They found an answer in silicon, another semiconductor that has been used in diodes. Silicon proved to be better a material for making transistors. It was this type of transistor introduces by Texas Instruments in 1945 that revolutionized the technological world. For now, we're gonna talk about the human visual system. The human visual system consists of two functional parts, the eye and the part of the brain. The brain does all the complex images process, while the eye functions as biological equivalent of a camera. In the human visual system, the eye receives physical stimuli, the form of light, and sends those stimuli as electric signals to the brain, which interprets the signal as images. Here are some of the key points. Human vision is one of the most complex visual systems among animals. The main sensory organ of visual system is the eye, which takes in the physical stimuli of light rays and transduces them into electrical and chemical signals that can be interpreted by the brain to construct physical images. The eye has three main layers: the sclera, which includes the cornea, the choroid, which includes the pupil, iris, and lens, and the retina, which includes receptor cells called rods and cones. The human visual system is capable of complex perception, which is irritated by cones in the retina and completed by impulse integration in the human brain. Depth perception is our ability to see in three-dimensional object and relies on both binocular or two-eye and monocular, which is
Good
one
day,
eye.
my name is Eliza Mirbalane and I'm here to discuss to you about cataracts. What is a cataract? Well, a cataract is a clouding of the lens in the eye that affects vision. Most cataracts are related to aging. Cataracts are very common in older people. A cataract can occur in either one or both of the eyes. It cannot spread from one eye to the other. In a normal eye, light passes through the transparent lens to the retina. Once it reaches the retina, light is changed into nerve signals that are sent to the brain. The lens must be clear for the retina to receive a sharp image. If the lens is cloudy from a cataract, the image received the lens lies behind the iris and the pupil. It works much like a camera's lens. It focuses light into the retina at the back of the eye where an image is recorded. The lens also adjusts the eye's focus, letting us see things clearly both up close and far away. The lens is made of mostly water and protein. The protein is arranged in a precise way that keeps the lens clear and lets light pass through it. But as we age, some of the protein may clump together and start to cloud a small area of the lens. This is what we call a cataract. Over time, the cataract may grow larger and cloud more of the lens, making it harder to see. Researchers suspect that there are several causes of cataract, such as smoking and diabetes. Or it may be that the protein in the lens just changes from the wear and tear it takes over the years. How is a cataract treated? The symptoms of early cataract may be improved with new eyeglasses, brighter lighting, anti-glare sunglasses, or magnifying lenses. If these measures do not help, surgery is the only effective treatment. Surgery involves removing the cloudy lens and replacing it with an artificial lens. A cataract needs to be only removed when vision loss interferes with your everyday activities, such as driving, reading, or watching TV. You and your eye care professional can make this decision together. Once you understand the benefits and risks of surgery, you can make an informed decision about whether cataract surgery is right for you. In most cases, delaying cataract surgery will not cause long-term damage to your eyes or make the surgery more difficult. You do not have to rush into surgery. Sometimes a cataract should be removed even if it does not cause problems with your vision. For example, a cataract should be removed if it prevents examination or treatment of another eye problem, such as age-related macular degeneration or diabetic retinopathy. Cataracts may be removed usually with the use of intraocular lens. Artificial intraocular lenses were developed in the early part of the 20th century, and Dr. Harold Gridley implanted the first artificial lens in 1949 in London. In 1952, the first artificial lens was implanted in the United States at Wills Eye Hospital in Philadelphia. Since that time, cataract surgery and artificial lenses have continued to evolve and develop. In most cases, the natural lens is removed and the artificial lens is implanted during the same surgery. The artificial lens is usually placed within the lens capsule, which is a small sac or membrane that once enclosed the natural lens and held it in place. Artificial lenses are made of inert or non-reactive materials such as polymethyl methacrylate, silicone, and acrylic. Just like natural lenses, artificial lenses have refractive power or the ability to bend light, which helps to focus light rays and images on the retina.
Good day everyone, my name is Adang and I'm going to discuss to you about retinitis pigmentosa. Retinitis pigmentosa is a group of genetic eye conditions causing progressive degeneration of the retina. Retina is the light sensitive layer of tissue lining the back of the eye. Symptoms of retinitis pigmentosa include, in the initial stage, difficulty in night vision, decrease of peripheral vision, and tunnel vision. And also, I'm going to discuss you about age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. AMD is a common eye disorder that causes central vision loss. Macular degeneration doesn't cause total blindness because it doesn't affect your peripheral vision. Symptoms of AMD are a distortion of straight lines in your field of vision, reduction in central vision, the need for brighter lighting, difficulty adapting to low lights, blurriness, trouble recognizing. How can it be treated? Each year, thousands of people are afflicted with photoreceptor degenerative diseases that reduce vision to bare light perception or complete blindness. One of these diseases are retinitis pigmentosa, which is the leading cause of blindness. Using artificial means to treat extreme vision impairment has come closer to reality during the past few decades. The goal of this treatment has been to create an implantable medical device that provides useful vision for those patients who are left with no said treatment is called retinal prosthesis. Retinal prosthesis was permanently implanted in the eye of a completely blind test subject. The implanted device included an extraocular case to hold electronics, an intraocular electrode array designed to interface with the retina, and a cable to connect the electronics case to the electrode array. This subject was able to see perceptions of light, spots, on all 16 electrodes of the array. In addition, the subject was able to use a camera to detect the presence or absence of ambient light, to detect motion, and to recognize simple shapes. On the basis of the results of tests listed under subject selection section, they identified a 74-old male with the X-linked retinitis pigmentosa. The subject had no light perception in his right eye and bare light perceptions in his left eye. In fact, they had tested this subject over the last 10 years to confirm the level of vision in each eye. The subject reported not seeing from his right eye for more than 50 years. This eye was selected for implantation of the first electronic device, which is called the retinal prosthesis. And this device has a surgical implantation without
What's
any...
up, guys? It's your boy June, and I'm here to discuss about glaucoma. So first, what is glaucoma? Glaucoma occurs when the buildup of fluid creates pressure in the eye, which then damages the optic nerve. The optic nerve is responsible for the transmission of information from your eyes to your brain. And damage associated with it can lead to severe vision loss, and in the worst, it can cause blindness. Glaucoma is a leading cause of preventable blindness in the US, affecting about 3 million people. A comprehensive eye exam includes testing for glaucoma, so be sure to see your eye care professional regularly. So let's talk about the symptoms of glaucoma. Glaucoma often develops with no symptoms, making it impossible for patients to detect until significant damage has been done. For this reason, it is important to frequently be checked by an eye doctor for ocular hypertension. Ocular hypertension is a condition with high pressure in the eye, which can mean a person is at high risk for glaucoma. In the case of acute closed-angle glaucoma, symptoms will be sudden and severe, including blurred vision, severe eye pain, headache, rainbow halos, and vomiting. So what causes glaucoma? There are several different types of glaucoma, stemming from different causes, including chronic open-angle glaucoma. This is the most common form of the disease. Chronic open-angle glaucoma results from a pressure buildup in the eye and causes severe vision loss without the warning of noticeable symptoms. Its exact cause is unknown, although experts believe that the eye's inability to drain fluid may be responsible for the high pressure in the eye, which leads to damage of the optic nerve and vision loss. The second one is the acute closed-angle glaucoma. Unlike chronic open-angle glaucoma, acute closed-angle glaucoma arrives suddenly and painfully. It is extremely serious and can cause permanent vision loss quickly. It happens when the area between the eye's iris and cornea is not able to drain fluid, causing high pressure in the eye. The last one is the normal tension glaucoma. It's a form of glaucoma where pressure in the eyes is either normal or not very high, but the optic nerve is still damaged. This is rare, considering glaucoma is usually characterized by a high amount of intraocular pressure. So, how can glaucoma be treated? Glaucoma can be treated by just using tropical eye drops. But if the eye disorder is already severe, a person can go to an ophthalmologist and the eye doctor will perform a surgery called laser trabeculoplasty. There are two types of laser trabeculoplasty. The first one is the argon laser trabeculoplasty or the ALT. The second one is the selective laser trabeculoplasty. The only difference between the two is that SLT uses only a lower power than ALT does. So, how is laser trabeculoplasty performed? For laser trabeculoplasty, first, the doctor will put drops in your eye to numb the eye. And then, a special microscope called the slit lamp and lens called the gonio lens are used to guide the laser beam to the canals or trabecular meshwork where fluid drains from the eye. And then the doctor makes small burns in the trabecular meshwork. At the end of the surgery, the doctor will put drops in your eye to prevent eye pressure from rising right away. Laser trabeculoplasty may be helpful in treating people whose glaucoma continues to get worse in spite of medicine treatment. Laser trabeculoplasty may be helpful in treating people whose glaucoma continues to get worse in spite of medicine treatment. It may also be helpful in treating older adults who have glaucoma and are not able to use medicines. Surgery can treat glaucoma, but it cannot reverse existing damage. So, it is important to receive regular eye examination to help avoid damage before it happens. So that's what it is. This is
Good day everyone, I'm Angelo Paul William Esgo and I'm going to present the diagnosis for the three major eye diseases. First is the retinitis pigmentosa. The Goldman perimeter exam resembles a large white ball, one eye is covered with the other eye remains stationary and focused straight ahead. The doctor will move a simultaneous from beyond the eye edge from our visual field. The location at which you first see the simultaneous will indicate the outer perimeter of your visual field. The doctor will analyze your exam responses to make a precise map of your visual fields. The Humphrey field analyzer also resembles a large white ball. One eye is covered with the patch and the other eye remains stationary and focused straight ahead. Small white lights of varying sizes and intensities will flash at different locations around the abode. You are instructed to press a button whenever you see a flashing light. By recording which light you see and which one you do not, it creates a map of your visual field over time. The visual field may reduce into a small central island of a visual causing tunnel vision. The final progression may be complete loss of vision. This is usually late in life and is rare. Next is the ERG or the electroretinogram. Measures your response to a flash of light via electrodes that are placed on the surface of your eye. It is painless test. Second is for a catarata. Slit lamp examination allows your eye doctor to see the structures at front of your eye under magnification. The microscope is called the slit lamp because it uses an intense line of light, a slit to eliminate your cornea iris lens and the space between your iris and cornea. The slit allows your doctor to view the structures in small sections, which makes it easier to detect any tiny abnormalities. Next is the retinal exam. To prepare your retinal exam, your doctor puts drop in your eye to open your pupils wide. This makes it easier to examine the back of your eyes. A special device called ophthalmoscope, your eye doctor can examine your lens for signs of catarata. Next is the Heidelberg retinal tomography. This device documents the optic nerve and retinal fibers layer, and it can also be used to detect progression of the disease. It is a non-contact rapid test. Next is visual field analyzer. This is currently the gold standard diagnostic test for glaucoma. It tests the visual field of the patient and allows the doctor to determine the stage of the disease and also the progression. The next is OCT or the optical coherence tomography. This machine measures the thickness of the retinal nerve fibers. Glaucomia causes death of the nerve fibers. This instrument is useful for early detection of damage and changes over a period of time. The next is the ultrasound biomicroscopy. This device scans the front part of the eyelids involving the drainage of fluid. It is alternative to gynoscopy in case of hazy cornea, preventing its direct visualization. The third is for glaucomia. This stereophotography, this machine is used to take photographs of the optic nerve. This documentation also helps us compare changes over a period of time. And the last is anterior segment OCT. This is a rapid non-contact scanning tool for drainage channels of the eye.